0D. iPhone mic. Stereo.
Well, hello guys. I'm doing a recording because I think YouTube is more likely to keep any recordings for a long time versus this other app which I'm using called Dabble. I reckon that I reckon it's a bit of a novelty. I think that Dabble is good for now, but I don't reckon they're going to last a long time. You know, they're one of these apps which everyone's interested in for a couple of years, and then something happens to make it disappear off the internet. You know, maybe the updates are crap, you know, maybe people decide to move on, whatever. So I am sticking with YouTube as my platform for recordings. I'm getting my Coles Online in half an hour, Coles Online shopping delivery, which will be awesome. You'll be able to hear me putting my groceries away. So yeah, be ready for that. Yeah, be ready for the groceries. I like that I now select in the options for the checkout delivery and that, I always select to bag the groceries, which is awesome. It just means they can come in, drop the bags off, I sign for it, and they're gone. Which is good news for me. Because I like to use those bags for collecting drink bottles and, not milk bottle caps, drink bottles and bottle caps, because someone's doing a care project, which is awesome. So I'm helping out with that. And so a few other people, which is cool. It was raining a lot yesterday. I wonder how the weather will be today. There are some lovely birds going on outside, making a lot of noise. I hope it won't be raining too much today, because I'd like to open up the house and let some fresh air in. I would. It sounds like it might be a nice day outside. If I had any light perception at all, it would help a lot. I would be able to pull the curtain aside and face the window and go, oh, I see some light out there. It must be nice outside. Usually that would be the case if I had any light perception. Sometimes with light perception I would notice that there'd be a little bit of light or hardly anything, so I'd know that, yeah, the weather's good or bad based on based on my limited view of what I saw in my limited light perception. But now it's gone, so I have to rely on what the birds are saying. If they sound happy and cheerful, I know it's alright outside. If they're really quiet or very drab sounding or very, unpopular, where only one or two birds are singing and it's dead quiet, then it is either during the day when it's really hot or it is fucking bad weather all day long. So if it's morning around 8 or 9 a.m. and there are hardly any birds, then something isn't right with the weather. Because birds are very sensitive to the weather. So I use them as a cue to tell me how good or how bad the weather is. I do think the weather isn't the best. I think it's okay, but it is not as good as it could be. Because the birds sound okay, but they also sound a bit like, I don't know what to believe about the outside environment today. We'll just take it a minute at a time kind of thing. So in my view of things, that tells me that it might be overcast and it could rain today. I think animals are pretty accurate at forecasting the weather. Well, they're not. They can't be sure that it will definitely rain, but they're very accurate at forecasting. No, they're very... Oh, God. Still waking up. They're very accurate at telling us what the environment is like at a given moment. So if it feels like it's going to rain, they react like, better be ready to run away from the wet weather. But if it's not going to rain, they're generally very cheerful and happy to run around and fly if they're birds and whatnot. So I have to say that the weather must be overcast, a little bit sunny, but overcast as well. So I don't know. I might open that window just to see what, or hear, or get a sense of what I am dealing with today. It's very nice out there. I might open up that window. Just open up that one. It feels overcast. It feels a little bit cool. It feels a little bit overcast. Feels a little bit overcast. I'll open up this back door to find out, because I've got to get out of bed anyway because of Coles Online. Oh, it is cold out there. Oh, it's a cold day today. Oh, it's cold. That's alright, it's better than being hot. It is better than being hot. It's cold, that's alright. It is better than being hot. Heat stroke. Ugh. No. Being stupid, I don't have heat stroke, guys. Far out. Don't be silly. I'm joking around. Yes, it's important. Oh, Jesus. Hang on a minute. Just opening up the house. Hello?
Hi, how are you? It's cold.
Oh, alright. I'm just opening up the house if you guys are coming.
Okay.
Yeah. Sleeping day today.
Oh, good day for it.
Yeah, I just kept checking phone notifications and working it out like that.
Yep. Which bench would you like these on?
This bench over here, yeah.
I noticed you had a bulky item sticking out of your letterbox as well, so I grabbed that for you.
Oh.
It's going to get wet. That's it there.
Oh, that one, alright. It's probably a Braille House thing. From Braille House, not that I ever go there anymore, but oh well.
That's your invoice. I'll just pop it on top of your
thing
thing
there. Thank you. Yep. Just drop all the bags up on the bench.
No problems.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad the weather's cooler today.
Oh, it certainly is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big difference.
It isn't so dry either. I think the humidity's starting to come in.
Oh, yeah. Well, it will after the rain clears, and then the sun comes out.
Yeah. I was thinking of humidity, as in the weather's been like so bloody dry.
Yeah.
But I hope it feels more like the air's going to get more moist or something.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice. Keep me from drying out.
Just need to get a signature in there, please.
Okay.
That's it, thank
Because
you.
then I end up eating a lot and drinking heaps.
Yeah.
And eating even
Tattle.
more
Now,
food.
John is just bored and fed up with stuff. Live has started.
Yeah.
Recorder HQ.
Oh, it's because the weather's so dry and you've got to compensate for the dehydration factor.
Oh, I know. It's difficult, especially out on the road. It goes through a lot of water there.
Oh, Jesus.
Carrying this stuff around in the sun.
You just get those flavoured mineral waters and that.
Oh, they're nice, yeah.
And you get the 1 litre bottles and they're gone in about 2 hours. If you drink it, it's gone in a couple of hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you get another one.
Yeah.
Now I've got some nice cold water bottles that I take the thermos
Oh, good.
with ice in it and stuff, which is lovely on
Oh,
the day.
excellent.
Yeah,
That's great.
It never goes warm.
Nope. You can just drink it.
Yep.
Oh, good one.
Anyway, that's
Oh, well.
everything for you.
Thank you. See ya.
Have a nice day.
Bye. Thank you. Feels like it's in a medicine bottle. That means you've got to follow instructions. Yes.
Stereo M4 48 points.
To follow instructions, I think. Now, some things have instructions. Might get able to read that. Might get able to read that. So this is my cold groceries, guys. There's a lot of stuff here. And if you believe that I've just got too much, no I don't. I've sorted that out on purpose. I've done that deliberately because I know
Heading not found.
how much I like food. Hang on, let me organise this crap. I know how much I like my pasta. And don't forget about the cooking course at Guide Dogs. That's important to note that I can do cooking now. So, I've got all that there. So I don't have to worry about it. And I can do more cooking now.
iPhone -0 pause button.
Let me put this one over there. A few extra things that I wanted to buy. A few extra things. Okay. So yeah, don't take me for not knowing what I'm doing, because I do. I do know what I'm doing. I've got vegetables here. These packed so tightly that I can hardly get to them. Oh, pawpaw. How am I going to get through all of that? I love potatoes. Yum. Salad. I want to do a bit of cooking, but how am I going to do that when I don't have the chicken breast? That sucks. Okay. And I've only got this little bit of salad to deal with. That sucks. Honestly. That truly sucks. Pick up the veggies. This sucks. And then I don't have anything to cook with. Oh no. That's a suck. I'm going to have to go down to the shops and actually buy meat to go with tonight's cooking, because I wanted to do stir fry. Oh, bugger me. Okay. Those to try out. Oh, I've got. I wanted to try out a few of these things. I need to see what that says with my talking barcode scanner. Come here. Oh, I can connect this to my Wi-Fi network. I can connect this to my network when I need. Oh yes, I can. I'll put these in the fridge. Damn, I need to go to the shops and get food to cook.
8 gigabyte card. Battery 81%.
Damn it. Have to now. Oh, there's milk over there. That is the milk. Lucky I found it. Luckily I did find it. Put those. Set them up there for now. There we go. Luckily I found that.
Item not found.
Why is it not found? Oh, damn. What have we got here? Let me look at my order.
Recorder.
Let me look at my order.
Twitter. Row 3, column, dot,
Let me
Safari.
have a look at my order.
Safari. Address. Vodafone.com or secure and validated connection. Reload. Button. Navigation. Link. Bookmarks. Button. Bookmarks. Bookmark. Edit. Woolworths Online. Audible. Or Coles Online. Address. 10% shopcoles.com or 30% shopcoles.com or secure and validated connection. 38% shopcoles.com or secure everything for reload address reload skip login or sign up link login or sign up pop-up box displayed login login email text field required M I C A E L E Mitchell delete not sure which email you signed password secure text field cat G cat D cat Q full $sign ampersand 2 0, 5, 6. Return.
I'm going to have to go to the shops today and get
Address.
cooking.
Shopcoals.com or secure and validated
Damn.
connection. Address. Pop-up box. Welcome back, Michelle. Heading level. Back. End of pop-up dialog. Continue shopping. Button. Continue shopping.
Bugger.
Image. Everything vertical line Coles online. Specials. Link. More section. Browse. More sections. Shop product selections. Link. Shop from your orders. Link.
I'm
And
just going to check
change.
something.
Link. Pop-up box displayed your orders. Your orders. Close this pop-up. Showing all address. Change. Order placed for delivery to U13. Change. Order delivered to U13 10 Cameron Street, Fairfield, QLD 4103 at 9:42 a.m. today. Link.
Yep.
Order delivered to U13 10.
View it.
Back in pop-up box displayed past order. Back. Order number. Close. Trolley. View 38 items in this order. View 38 item. Pop-up box displayed order items. Back to your order. Items in this. Close this pop-up. Coles tomato pesto. Coles green capsicum. Coles green beans loop. Coles aluminium foil. Coles celery sticks prepare. Coles cream royale brush. Coles field tomatoes loop. Coles full cream milk 3. Coles kitchen tidy lard. San Remo pasta botis 5. Coles cauliflower half. Rocker Singapore noodles 4. Nature's Way restore probiotic chop. Dolmio extra 4 cheese pasta sauce 500 grams 1 for $2. You save $1.29. Kentong pineapple sweetened. Coles deli quinoa and tobacco. Coles shredded carrot protect. Coles RSPCA approved chicken. Coles grease approved paper third. Promo gluten free real. Scoop and weigh. Promo gluten free real diced bacon 200 grams 1 for $4.30.
I need to put that in the freezer. That is definitely going into the freezer, in fact. It's just going to sit there until I use it.
Scoop and weigh apricot yogurt. Coles half papaya 1 for $2.50. Multix green degradable bags small 30. Coles spirals pasta 5. Coles macaroni. Coles pen pasta 5. Coles fettuccine pasta. Coles spaghetti pasta 5. Coles soft triple chocolate. Scoop and weigh very berry. Coles soft triple chocolate cookie crumbles 8 pack 210 grams 1. Scoop and weigh vanilla and almond. Feta smart fibber kit. Reorder some of these items. Scoop and weigh vanilla. Scoop and weigh very berry. Coles soft triple. Coles spaghetti. Coles feta. Coles pet. Coles mac. Coles multi. Coles half papaya.
Oh, wok noodles, yeah.
Close this pop-up dialog box.
The
Button.
ones here, I think they need to, well, I'll put them into the fridge anyway, but they'll be yum. I wonder if those crumpets will still be alright to eat. And I'll put those in here for now, because they'll be nice, but I'll eat them later. Worry about that later. See what this says.
Nothing to erase.
Let's see what that says. Oh, give me the code.
Product Nature's Way Restore Probiotic Chocolate Balls 60S. Press the power, but powering down.
So, there are my groceries, guys. I don't know how to cut papaya. I really don't know how to do that. I'll have to work that out again. I honestly can't figure out how to do it. Wouldn't have a clue.
Start of pop-up.
Anyway, I'll be back in a minute.
Dabble. Now, Austin Mix's Friday Night Fun. Live has started.
there's a bloody seal on top, which tells me you must have to put these into the fridge. Oh, you nasty. I think these have to go in the fridge. They must go in the fridge. Just going to eat one. You can't eat too many of these apparently. They are young, but you cannot have a lot of them. So they're going into the fridge. They're special probiotic balls that you cannot eat a lot of. That's okay. I don't mind having one a day or two a day. They have to be left in the fridge.
Close this pop-up dialog box button.
And I'm going to try a protein ball. See what they're like. You don't want to have, oh, you can eat them, but you don't want to eat them all in one go like an idiot. Yum. Not bad.
Page 1 of 1. Top of screen. Scoop and weigh it. Coles half papaya 1 for 2. Multic screen addict. Coles spike. Multic. Scoop. Promote. Coles RS. Coles shredded. Coles Conton. Dolmio. Nature's Rockasing. Nature's Way Restore. Nature's Way Restore probiotic chop balls 60 pack 1 for $20. You save $2 star. Rockas. Nature's Way Restore probiotic chop balls. Address. Image. Main. Close this pop. Start. Close this pop-up die. Close this pop-up. Everything vertical line code. Reload. Everything. Skip. View. Access. Deliver. Change. Home. Coles home. Search for a product E. G. Milk and all. N. A.
Just going to do a check.
U. E. Delete. R. E. Apost. 5 S. Nature's. Y. W. A. 1 search. W. Space. Nature's. S. W. A. Y. 1 search. Way. C. H. I. O. C. O. L. A. T. E. Search.
I really want
Search. Searching for Nature's Way chocolate. Please. Address.
Tonight. That sucks.
Address. Hello. Skip. View. Accessibility help. Visit. Link. Headings. 10 headings. We found 2. Showing products 1 to 2 of 2. Nature's Way Kids Smart Probiotic 50. Nature's Way Slim Right Chocolate Weight Loss Powder 375. Help. Heading level 2. Nature's Way Slim Right. Nature's Way Kids Smart Probiotic 50 Milk Chocolate Balls 125 grams on special. Nature's Way Kids Smart Probiotic. Showing products 1 to 2 of 2. Twitter. Books. Twitter. 10:05 a.m. Messages. Notes. Clock. Remind. Calendar. Set. Book. Twitter. WhatsApp.
You cannot have a lot of those probiotics. You can only have 1 or 2 a day.
Messages.
You have to be really careful with them. Well, I might have to dress up and get going because I need to buy some meat for... I need to buy some... I wanted to use that pasta to make spaghetti bulk and things like that. So, and you can make a chicken pesto pasta and all sorts of shit. I might get some asparagus. Oh God, fucking hell.
Messages.
I'm gonna have to go out, guys. I'm gonna have to go out. It's a little bit wet for walking today. So, I'm all about health supplements and whatnot, but I'm not about I'm not about overdosing where you just take them because they're there so you eat them all. I'm all about finding my hand ties right now. I'm all about moderation. So moderation is you can eat your weight in gold worth of certain things, but you can only eat a small amount of other things. So yeah, I'm all about supplements, but only have a little bit. You know, one little bit every day, or you know, you don't need to eat half a packet of vitamins because you need to stay healthy. You just have one thing, one tablet or edible thing. But if you don't want the vitamins and you want probiotics, you just have 1 or 2 things a day. You don't have bloody 20 of them, because that's not what the dosage is all about. They're measured so that you have a certain amount, and that is all you need every day. And they're not to be taken for the rest of one's life either. They're there for, okay, I'm eating really well, but I've been feeling a bit off the past couple of weeks. Was it a bit of a cold, or was it a bit, you know, I feel a bit slack because it's temperature fluctuation. 1 minute is hot, 1 minute is cold, I feel a bit, you know, am I getting sick? No, I don't think so, but I feel a bit like I need a boost. So you get a supplement, you get your little boost for a week or 2 weeks or what you need. It's a phase. And when you're over your little phase, you just retain your normal routine, your normal life. You retain it. You don't sit there and turn it into something that it's not. You know, that's not good for you to do that. I've just got to work this phone out. Might wear these fancy shorts today. You know, like, let's say you need to lose weight, but you don't want to lose your diet. You don't want to eat less food. What you do is, like for example, my throat thing is getting at me. So what you do is you eat normally. You have coffee, you have cereal, you have whatever is your normal intake, you eat it. Okay? But then you boost yourself with a little bit of a supplement once in a while. So you buy a bottle of supplements and you have them every day until they're gone. Then you don't just keep having them. You have a break and you think, I'm holding my own, I'm doing okay. Or I'm not holding my own, I think I'll go to the doctors and find out what's wrong, because I'm usually okay, but something's not right here. But let's say you get a bit of a boost out of your supplements, and then you do find that you're holding your own. So the bottle's finished and you find that you're holding your own. That means that you're doing pretty good, that you pretty well needed a bit of dietary assistance for a little while. Now you're alright. You still have your normal diet, but you don't need supplementary assistance anymore. You only need it once, or in a blue moon or something like that. That's how you treat supplementation. Whereas there's all these people that exaggerate, no, you've got to take them for the rest of your life, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Look, if you want to take something for the rest of your life, go to the doctors and find out what you need, because they need to do the appropriate tests to see what you do and don't need in your body. They need to find a measurement in your blood and in your other body workups. It doesn't mean to say don't take the supplements. It means if you want to take them on a more permanent basis, you need to get checked at the doctors. It's like anything that you want. If you want something and it's got extra nutrition in it, you need to tell your doctor, because you could get too much or not enough of something. It won't matter if you're just eating a normal diet. Your normal diet is your veggies, your meat, your whatever. But once you start getting into all this other stuff, nutritional stuff, that's when you've got to be careful and get checked. If the doctor says, oh, you've got too much iron, or you've got not enough of this, or you've got too much of that, then you've got to change what you take. Whereas if you're like me and you only take stuff on a blue moon basis, where you'll take a bottle of this every day for 3 months, then 3 years goes by and I think, oh shit, I haven't had these for a long time and they were yum and it felt good eating them. 1 or 2 a day, I'll have them again. And then another decade, or maybe never. You know, another decade will go by, another 2 years or another 3 months. It depends on, you know, did you totally forget that they exist? Are you over the novelty of taking these, you know, edible things? Whatever. Some of it is serious though, like if you buy a bottle of vitamins and you're taking them because your diet is not very adequate and then you get back to a normal diet, then you're probably best to accept that that was a phase that you needed to go through at the time. So maybe you don't need to you don't need to continue taking those vitamins anymore. So leave them in the cupboard for another day when you need them. Other things you might think, alright, I won't need these permanently, but it's a bottle that you take certain amount of things from that bottle every day to get a boost for 2 or 3 months. Then, assuming that your diet is still adequate, your body will just hold its own. It'll just hold its own steam. Like, I don't know how, but that's where the doctor comes in, because they do checks and that. And you just tell them, I take this every single day, I take this on a blue moon basis, I take that permanently, I do this, I do that. Then they can say, we don't need you to take this anymore, or we do need you to keep taking this, or blah blah blah. Or they might say, yeah, it's just a harmless addition to your diet, but it's good for you, keep taking it. It's not going to do anything. Just keep taking it because it makes you feel nice, but if you don't want it and you stop taking it, that's not going to harm you to stop taking it. It's just a bit of a treat then. You can't have too much of it, but you can have some of it. Just have it, and if you don't take it anymore, that's not going to hurt you to stop having it. It's just it could be a novelty or a bit of a treat that your body needs a boost. And once it's better, once the immune system uses that ingredient to fix or correct whatever's wrong, it doesn't need it anymore. You still need certain things every day from food, and maybe you need things that you get in food. You sometimes need assistance with medicine, but most of the time you don't. So that's my argument with taking supplements. Unless the doctor tells you to take them permanently, don't. Don't take them permanently. And don't be like these bodybuilders and eat 3 or 4 or 5 tablets every day. Like, you don't need to do that. That's my little rant about supplements. And you still have to eat. You still have to have brekkie and lunch and dinner. And I don't know the truth behind instructions. So when they give you instructions, take this, like, 3 of these a day. Well, sometimes I just have 1 or 2 a day instead of 3 of them. Because if I take the full load,
Lesson line. Hi, Michelle. Your order 86,600,000.
Then am I getting more than what I need? Am I getting too much of what I don't need? But if you just take the limit that they say, or you take less, but you take it, but just not as much as they say, you're getting exactly what you need. It doesn't harm you, just so long as you don't exceed. If they say take 3 a day, or they say take 2 a day, or they say take 5 a day, don't exceed 5 or 3 or 2. Don't go I'm exhausted today, and they said take 1 magnesium. I think I will take 2 of them. Do not do that. That is dangerous. But if they say take 5 tablets of this or that you need to take, or that you want to take, then you've got up to 5 tablets to take. So if you only wanted 1 or 2, that's fine. If you wanted 3 or 4, that's fine. If you want 5, that's the limit that you can take a day, but do not take any more than 5 tablets. That's the way I see taking stuff. Now, I'm not going to change my diet. I'm not going to stop eating bread and sugar and all that. I cut back on sugar. I eat less sugar, but I don't stop eating it. I'm still going to eat cereal. You know, I'm still going to eat my Wheat Bix when I want my Wheat Bix. I'm not going to stop eating my dietary intake of food just because I get the occasional bottle of edible supplements. Yeah, I think if you buy something and you just have one as a treat every day, and then you over that phase, it's the novelty's worn off, you don't need to keep buying them all the time, that's how you're meant to do it. If you decide you'll only buy a bottle of supplements every few years, or you need them, well, if you need them on a more permanent basis, a doctor has to check you over to do that. But if you're not having it on a permanent basis, then I don't see a problem in taking them. You know, I'm not going to take my other bottle of vitamins because the doctor doesn't think I need them. But if I were to tell him, hey, I've got these chocolate balls, I'll show you what they are, they're nature's way, I treat them like I treat, well, yogurt. You have it in moderation, but you can pretty much have as much yogurt as you want. If you want half a bucket of yogurt, you eat it. It's not like a special medication which has a certain dosage, you know. But if you're eating probiotic stuff, that is a measured dosage. You need to be careful with it. So what I'd tell him is, it's just like, it's an edible thing. I don't take it permanently. I have it as a bit of a treat where you have 1 or 2 each day. When the bottle's gone, I don't immediately buy another one with any desperation or anything like that. It's just a bit of a phase that I go through with certain things, that some medicines or supplements I take more seriously until I find out that I don't need them anymore, and other ones I take as this is a treat until they're all gone, then I don't need them anymore. So it highly depends on the situation for why I would take things like that. But I'd remind him that, once again, I'm not taking these on a permanent basis. Unless he told me to do otherwise, I won't do it. So that's my bit of a rant about taking supplements and all that. But yeah, the ones I got is Restore Probiotic Choc Balls, and you just have I forgot what it reckons about them. I think it's
Messages.
I need to have a look
Safari.
and see what it says.
Safari.
Then I'm
Address.
going to make a coffee and a
Shopcalls.com
meal.
or secure and validated connection.
Then I'm going to go to the shops and get something.
Address. Shopcall. Hello. Link. Skip to content. Skip to view. Accessibility help. Accessibility. Deliver to Fairfield.
Oh
QLD.
yeah, I did try to have a look at those Nature's Way chocolate balls, and I can't find them online. I think they're not available. Oh dear. Because they're very popular. They're dark chocolate, and they've got these this nutritional thing in them, and there's probiotic stuff in it. Yeah, I'm going to have something to eat because, you know, to me, if you take something as a little treat and you feel hungry and thirsty, it means your body's working. You still need to be careful, but at least it's working. You know, if you don't exceed the dose that they tell you, you can have less than the dose prescribed or up to the maximum that they say you can have, and you're alright if you don't take them on a permanent basis without a doctor's check, and if you're just taking them once in a blue moon, every day or every other day, whatever, just, you know, have a little treat that will help you with your health, that's great. I talk to my doctor about all of this stuff all the time, and, you know, he's like, so long as I'm not extreme and not eating properly and trying to take things permanently without getting it prescribed and all that sort of thing, if I'm just going with what my body needs, like a bit of a boost if I've got a bit of a wog, or in Australia it means you have a bit of a bug. It can range from being a mild throat infection where you're coughing and grunting and you feel a bit woozy, a bit off, to a bit of a cold where you definitely don't feel well but you're functioning so you're okay, ranging from that to like being pretty severe, pretty bad, where you need medical attention or just, you know, 5 or 6 days at home in bed doing nothing while you're not well. So yeah, if just taking whatever your body needs, and it's a once in a blue moon phase, novelty, okay, I'm fine, whatever happened, I'm doing something right but I'm fine, then who cares, whatever.
Alert. You haven't been active in a while. Okay. End of alert. Alert.
Oh.
Start of alert. Alert. Okay. Button.
Okay.
We found brought before.
Anyway, I'll check it out tomorrow and I'll go to the shops and get some meat to do cooking today, which
Twitter.
is quite a sad state of affairs, really. I'm going to have a great big mug of coffee. Shit, I don't want glass to come out everywhere and to fall over. I'm going to have a huge mug of coffee, and I'm going to have, what am I going to eat for cereal? Oh, fuck, I don't know. What am I going to have?
Edit mode. Dabble. Now. Alex Roberto's Yo. Let's see who Trinidad live as growth. Uber Eats. Recent.
Where's
Notification.
HQ?
Doc. Safari.
Recorder
Settings.
HQ.
iTunes Store. Ads. Twitter. WhatsApp. Recorder HQ. Recorder HQ. Settings. Pause. Stop. Stop. Pause. -23.
Okay, I'm just going to make my coffee. I'll worry about all of that shit later. It's just packets of pasta. If I didn't know how to cook properly, I wouldn't be doing pasta. Is this coffee or Milo? Milo. I like Milo, but I don't want any right now, thank you. Fuck. I don't want any of it. I'll have coffee. Right. One spoon of coffee. I nearly accidentally put 2 spoons in it. Whoops. Oh, what am I doing to myself? I'm trying to stay moderately to reasonably healthy, and now I'm hurting myself. Ah, that really sucks. See, now I have no choice but to go to the shops because I have to buy food to cook.
Dabble. Now, Islands. Let's talk about random stuff. Live has started.
I get sick of this phone.
Speech off.
See, now I have to go to the shops and get bloody get other food that I need because I don't have meat. I think Coles is running out of meat. God, I need meat. Is this fridge even cold enough? Because it doesn't seem to be. Milk. Is this milk okay or not? It is for now. I hope this fucking fridge is cold enough. Oh well. Seems to be really cold. Oh, I have a drink of water. Quick drink. Can't believe I've got another pawpaw and I don't even hardly eat pawpaw. Oh, damn it! I mean, I'd like it if I knew how to cut it without wasting the bloody stuff. I just like how I can take these chocolate edible supplement things as a treat, but then I can just eat my normal everyday diet. I can eat and drink normally, I can still have wheat bix if I want, everything. Nice cold weather, so I'm not going to sweat like a pig today. Oh, I wish I didn't have to go to the shops. Oh, fucking pisses me off to think that. To go to the fucking shops. Because they didn't have a packet of chicken. So now I have to go and get it. It won't be available in the shops because it wasn't available online, so of course it's not going to be available in the fucking shops. Oh, damn it! Stupid thing. Stupid kettle thing. stupid get up there, bloody thing. Now, cereal. I'm not very hungry, but I want something. What am I going to have? Oh, maybe I don't want. I could have crumpets. I like crumpets. Yeah, I do like crumpets. Yum yum. I like crumpets. Might have a crumpet. Not just have a crumpet. Have one. Oh, you stupid thing. Okay, I feel like cleaning out this toaster. Oh, I can't do it with this fucking jugs in the road. Damn it. I want to clean it out so I can make bloody stupid crumpets and not have shit everywhere. Okay. Oh, there's crumbs and shit everywhere. Bloody shit everywhere. Fuck. Stuff everywhere. Yuck. Oh, yuck. Oh, yuck. Stuff all over. You know, I'm going to get the cloth and clean that off. Oh, yuck. Oh, that's gross. Put that over here for now. Dry off a bit. Ooh, yucky! I'm not very happy that I have to go to the shops on That's partly to do with why I'm not very hungry, because I literally now have to go to the shops to get what I really need. Crumpets is the middle one, I think. Oh, hang on. Or is Dev's cancel? Oh, which one's crumpet? Or is that crumpet? That's crumpet. Okay. Turned on, yep. Okay, I'm going to open up the crumpets. I don't want cereal, I want something different today. Damn it! I can't open the fucking thing. Love crumpets. I'm going to have 2 of them. Yeah, love them. Love eating crumpets. There we go. Except for what I want. I might just have butter crumpet. Butter. Why does it stink? hope to God that's a good sign, because if it's not, I'll scream out. I will scream. Fucking scream if it's a bad sign. I'll turn that just a little bit there. Very scared of this fucking toaster. I am. Actually, I've just thought of another way to find out about these Nature's Way probiotic balls. They're in my bought before shopping list. They are, so I'm going to have a look in there and see what it says.
Speak. Calendar. Doc. Safari. Safari. Address. Shop. Address.
See what it says.
Skip. Skip. View. Accessibility. View Trollian. Access. Deliver to Fairview. Change your location. Ho. Clear search. Search. View my. All. Clear search. Button. Clear search. Home. Coles Online. Browse categories. More special. All. Bought before. Link. Bought before. Visited. Link.
See what this says.
Back. Button. Back. Button. Browse categories. Button. Back. Coles full cream milk 2L everyday product. Links. Headings. Back. 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 Button. Heading not found. Heading not found. Heading not found. Show filters. Button. Collapse. Showing products. Coles full cream milk 2L. Coles field tomatoes loose Coles bananas approximately. Coles celery sticks prepacked. Coles green zucchini approximately. Coles brown onions approximately. Coles cream royale. Coles carrots loose approximate. Colgate triple action toothpaste. Morning fresh super strength lemon dishwash. Coles free range large eggs 12 packs. Coles white sugar 1 kilogram everyday product. Continental simmer soup French onion. John West Tempters tuna onion and tomato. Coles extra virgin olive oil 500. Coles full cream milk 3L everyday product. Chubbs super whites cloth handy roll 25. Colgate total mint waxed dental floss 100 me. Dolmio extra 4 cheese pasta. TCC coconut milk 400 milliliter. Cadbury drinking chocolate 400 gram. Coles continental cucumber. Coles Italian crushed tomatoes with mixed. Coles red onions prepacked 1 kilogram. Moody pulp free oranges juice chilled free. Sorbent silky white new thicker and softer toilet. Macona hazelnut flavor infused instant coffee night. Coles green beans loose approximately. Coles grilled chicken wings with Coles Kent pumpkin crescents 500 grams. Coles seedless watermelon. Arnott's Jats original biscuits 220. Coles classic coleslaw 450 grams. Coles fresh cream iced. Coles raspberries prepacked 125. Coles snap frozen carrots pea. Coles trimmed celery prepacked. Coles bakery white sand. Coles deli medium. Heinz baked beans in ham. Heinz canned baked beans cheese. Jalna pot set coconut at 1 kilo. Coles diced Australian tomato. Coles Italian crushed tomato. Coles real beef stock 1L. Coles tasty shredded cheddar cheese. Coles bakery custard pull apart. Mission original wraps 8 pack 5. Help. Help. Contact us. Help. Help. Order. Your. View. Page 5. Page 3. Page 2. Visited.
What the fuck is
Link.
Nature's Way? I'm just going to do a search.
Address. Reload. Items you skipped. Skip. View. Access. Delete. Check. Home. Search for a product E. G. Milk and bought before. Shows pop up. Dabble. B. A. L. L. 5. Sir. 5 suggestions are available. 5 suggestions are available. We found 3. View my search. All. Link. We found showing product. Nature's Way Restore Probiotic Chalk Balls 6.
What
Ball
does
search
it
results
say?
vertical line. Nature's Way Restore Probiotic. You. Bought. Add or remove Nature's. Full stop. View trolley and choose it. Your account. Order. Help. 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 Your. View. Send us. If looking. Coles online. Dis. 99365. Nature's. Back to products. Nature's. 40. You. Bought 12. Add 1. Choose a different. More about this product. Restore Probiotic Chalk Balls deliciously rolled together. More about this product.
Okay.
Less about this product. Restore Probiotic Chalk Balls deliciously rolled together 3 billion friendly probiotics in each chalk ball and include L, acidophilus and B, lactis, 2 probiotics, plus a probiotic to support probiotic intake. 1 chocolate ball contains good bacteria equivalent to approximately 3 tubs PF 150 grams STD, Yort plus the antioxidant goodness of dark chocolate. We use a special chocolate formula, not only because of its smooth velvety taste, but also because it is thought that it keeps probiotics alive better than dairy products. We make sure that the right levels of good bacteria reach your stomach for probiotic goodness. Less about this. Bullet. Lists. Retail limit. 20. Bullet. Promotion. 12. Bullet. Last up. Scoof. Bullet. Scoof Vanted. Book. 993. Disclaimer. Coles Online aims to include in
Oh
the
well,
product.
you just only need.
Twitter.
You just take one of those each day.
Screen locked.
That's as far as I'm concerned. You just take one of those chocolate balls each day. You don't have to have
Coles.
100
Netflix.
100 of them.
Google Maps. Be My Eyes. Amazon. WordPress. Compang. YouTube. Recorder HQ. Recorder HQ. Set. iPhone.
You don't have to have 100 of them. You just have some. You just have one. Just going to have buttered crumpet today. Yum. I love buttered crumpet. Oh, and there's curried egg too. I like curried egg. I might just eat it on bread later. But I have got to buy some meat from the shops so that I can cook with it. God. Oh, dear me. I'll see what the weather's like and decide if I'll just walk to the shops or not. I love buttered crumpets. Yum. Love them.
Dabble. Now. Mad KB7QLT high voltage sign. Radioactive sign. Is we need some good streams around here. Live has started. Notification. Dabble. Now. Mad KB7QLT high voltage sign. Radioactive sign. Is we need some good streams around here. Live has started. Settings. Button.
Oh, fucking shops after breakfast. Kind of bloody sucks. I've also decided I'm going to eat the biscuits that are in the fridge and custard bread before I open up those biscuits that I've got in the pantry. These crumpets are yum. Love them. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'm going to have 4 crumpets for breakfast. Tomorrow, yum. Yum. So, the other thing I have to mention is about Dabble. It's a new social media streaming app that's been around for a few months, and it's okay, but there's also a lot of shit on here. And there are a lot of people who look for relationships and cyber sex and all that. And I think it's quite disgusting that people can get on there, find someone they don't even know, and target them just like that. I think it's absolutely shameful. I do not know where this world is coming to, but the behaviour of some people on that app is absolutely low life. I cannot imagine what people are going to do to your face if they're acting that way across the internet. By God, I wouldn't want to meet them in real life. That could be worse. Maybe their real life is more polite and respectful and their online life is disgusting. But usually, if someone does cyberbullying or cyber sexual harassment or whatever they do, that just shows me how low they are, and I don't want to meet them in real life. I don't care if they're usually lovely and kind and they're just an opportunist and their dark side gets to them while they're online, but they're usually lovely people. I don't care what they're like. I only care what I see. If people show me their dark side, nothing nice that they do is going to change that I hate them, that I think low of them, that I believe that, that they're a cruel, horrible person. Absolutely not. If you show me that you're a lovely person, I'll just perceive you as probably being either very lovely and nice and innocent, wants company, or you're a fucking low-life deceiver and you have to lie to get your way to hurt someone by pretending to be a nice person. So the only way I'd work that out is if I got to know you a bit more. But if you show me your dark side, do not try to be my friend in real life. It's not going to work. And I'm not going to tolerate any shit from other people. Absolutely not. I can't stand people who pretend to be nice just to get to know you, and then when they know that they've got you, they are horrible people. I cannot stand that. I hate it. I've had to block a lot of people from my Dabble streams. I've blocked a lot of people. I'm not usually racist, but due to the fact that there have been a lot of Indians and Pakistani and Arabics coming on here to get on, instead of just being normal, friendly people, they've just tried to get it on with people. Well, I don't like those guys either. There are some Americans and some Australians and some English people who are disgusting too, but not nearly as bad. Yeah, to a point I'm like, God, why do you guys have to be like that on here? But it's the people from Middle Eastern countries who are absolutely shocking. don't get me wrong, the heritage is important, you know. The heritage of those countries is very ancient and, you know, it's a core part of knowing history. I'm not blaming heritage here. I don't care if you're Jewish, if you're Russian, if you're Chinese, if you're some type of very minority, rare tribal group in the world. I don't give a shit who you are. If you've got a bad attitude, fuck off. You know, if you play up and cause trouble, I don't like you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. It's got nothing to do with you being Australian, American, Jewish descent, Chinese, or any other descent, or any other nationality. It's got nothing to do with that. I don't hate people because they're Semitic or they're from a certain part of the world. I mean, I did say I don't like Arabics and Pakistanis and Indians on here. Well, it's not because I don't like those nationalities. It's because of the fucking attitude that these people have. It's, you know, and if they were Australians doing the very same thing, I wouldn't like them either. Which some of them do, but most of them don't. So it's not the racial profile of a person that I don't like. You could be any nationality on earth and the most lovely person ever, you know. Or you could be a downright asshole of any type of descent on earth. A complete asshole. For people who could get offended, it's not about being Jewish. It's not about being Australian. It's not even about being Pakistani, although sometimes people bring their racial prejudice onto themselves by how they behave, but that's still no excuse to be anti-Semitic and all of that. I'm just saying that if people are prejudiced because of their race, then what are they doing to contribute to that? I'm not saying that it's entirely, you know, let's, you know, exterminate certain races of people. Like, I'm not saying that's alright. I'm just saying the attitude needs to change a little bit. You know? So yeah. That's what I'm getting at. And if a lot of people don't understand, that's fine. You know, take from it what you will. I'm just saying, when you're getting onto Dabble and all of these other social media websites, don't make someone you don't even know get into a relationship when they haven't even introduced themselves or anything like that. Like, it's fucking shameful how people are nowadays. It's absolutely shameful. So yeah, I just find it so difficult to believe that we've gone from a world where I was born in 1985 and the world was not a really good place, but it was a reasonably okay place to live in. Now it's just disgusting to live in this world. You have to create your own environment of positivity and enjoyment. And when I say that, I don't mean don't ever be negative. If you're sick, you're sick. If you're sad, you're sad. If you're angry, you're angry. But don't turn it into a fucking doom and gloom fest. For God's sake. Don't do it. It's the most depressing state to be in. I'm not blaming people who've got clinical illnesses. It's like physical pain. It's like saying, oh well, you need to be positive, and if you've got a sore knee, you need to fix your sore knee, and it might not be curable, so, oh well, if you're in pain, that's your fault. Like, I don't mean that, because that's not true. That's just bullshit. I can't Like Louise Hay, I thought I liked her, but she turns out to be absolute a shat. I mean, she blames people for feeling pain, for fuck's sake. I mean, if you don't feel pain, you don't know what's wrong with you, and you don't do the appropriate action to help yourself out. God, imagine that. You know, if we didn't throw up or feel queasy after eating too much, we'd keep eating forever and we'd bloody die. If you fell on the ground and didn't have a sore foot, you'd keep walking on your sore foot and you'd fuck it up. You'd wreck it. If you didn't have an ability to cough because your chest doesn't have any sense of irritation or pain, you'd bloody drown and you'd die because your body doesn't have sensations of what comes natural to it to make it compensate for what's happening in order to get better. You'd be bloody dead. So negative sensations in the body aren't there to blame on people and make people feel like they're at fault for something they did wrong.
The Blind Advocates Friday night shenanigans with Poe and Harlow lift. Speech off.
Like, seriously, if you don't have negative sensations in your body, you can't find out how to fix it and you'd be dead. And that would be a tragedy. So, what I mean by being positive and enjoying life is just don't turn everything into a drama. If you have a sore foot or you're, whatever, oh well, that's just how it is. And then if it's really horrible and terrible where you urgently need help, then that's when you do need to create a drama and get help. But turning everything into a negative fest, expecting people to get into a relationship when you don't even know them, and essentially causing trouble and that online, and well, even in real life, but especially online nowadays, is like absolutely fucked, People need to learn how to have a bit of a laugh and just enjoy themselves, And I don't want to get into the argument about how I don't understand certain situations, so don't judge. I'm not judging. I'm just giving the facts of the story. I'm not judging anyone. I'm just giving the facts of the story. Find out the facts before you tell me or accuse me of doing something too. Because I'm not judging. I do judge. I think that some people's online behaviour is bloody disgusting and people need to be more chilled out and positive, but I'm not judging beyond any of that. And if people want to take that as an offence and as a judgment in a way that is blown out of proportion and something which I'd never intended, and it comes back at me as if I'm a bad person or someone to avoid, you know what I'll be doing? I'll be blocking them off. Because I can deal with offence, I can deal with negativity if it's a small dose, like people took me wrong for what I said, but all good, I never meant it like that, so don't worry. I can take little, small doses of stress. When it turns into, why did you say that? Why did you do that? It's like, oh, fuck up. I was only joking. I was jesting. Oh, yeah, but there's much truth in jest. Well, wasn't trying to tell the truth. I was just jesting to make us have a bit of a laugh. If there's always truth in jesting meaning that you have to take everything literal and you've got to take everything seriously and truthful, and get offended at me because you think I'm trying to tell you something as a bit of a hint, but I'm pretending that I'm joking around. If that's how you want to treat me, then we can't be friends, because everything I do in life doesn't have to be truthful, doesn't have to be literal, doesn't have to be a serious fucking affair. I mean, if I'm at the doctor's, that might be a different story, because I'll joke around and he'll be like, yeah, okay, so what's actually happening? And I'm like, well, I'm mucking around, mate, but I'm sort of mucking around, and I'll give the doctor a bit of a history of why I'll say things like that as a funny joke. What with all the fucking checkups, tests and that. And that's only because if they take something as a joke and then later on the person gets sick and dies and that, the doctor gets sued and goes to jail and loses his licence and all that. But if he finds out that you're only joking and you're alright, then he just has a bit of a laugh as well, you know. But in general, like everyday life, you don't have to take everything so seriously. You know, like, there are people on Dabble who I've had to block because I've said something and then they've said something else and I've taken it like, well, okay, that's fair enough, and I don't mean to make you feel put out. Let's keep talking. I want to talk. How are you going? Do you want to be added as a speaker, or do you just like to comment and all that sort of thing? Look, let's just, I'm talking about this and that and the other, and okay, join me, listen, speak, whatever. Yeah, the other shit that happened, it was just I mistook you for someone else, don't worry about it. Then it turns into a big drama, a big shitfest. And then there's this big defensive, you know, all this other stuff about how they don't mean to overreact and take off, and it's not me. I can't handle any of that. Just accept it. If you don't like what I said, but you know that I took you for someone else, or I thought that you'd meant something when you meant nothing at all, or I thought this or I thought that, and it was just a error of judgment or something, don't turn it into a crime, because it's not. Just accept that if I say, oh shit, oops, anyway, don't worry, I was thinking of something else. If you can't handle that and you have to run away from me and get up me and then say, I'm so sorry, I just overreacted, I knew that you know. Look, if you don't want to believe me when I say sorry, I mistook you for someone else, don't worry, I you know, didn't mean any harm. If you can't believe me, then just leave. Don't keep turning it into a drama, because I won't tolerate you doing that. I'll block you out of my Dabble streams. I'll just do that. Full stop. I can't handle dramatic people. I can handle sensitive people where they're like, oh, fuck, you know, what's your problem? Why do you say that? And I'll say, well, sorry, when you said this, I took the meaning of that, you know, like took a meaning from it that, because I don't know any differently, and then just move on. Just say, oh, well, all right, whatever, I think there's some miscommunication. Oh, well, how'd your weekend go? Don't turn it into a big blame fest where someone's at fault for something. If that happens, goodbye. I've had to block so many people on Dabble because of how they've treated me, or not just how they've treated me, but how they've taken things on there and turned it into something that it was never to be, you know, or creating dramas that I'm just like, I didn't have you in the stream to create a fucking drama. Either get off now or I'm going to make you leave. Just piss off. And I don't think you should we shouldn't have to get away with everything. You know, sometimes you've got to get up someone because of the way you make sure that You know, if you're getting up someone that they really did mean to be offensive and then you get up them, you know, you don't just take something they said and go, oh, well, fuck off then, because either they didn't mean to do it or they were trying to comment to someone else. But I mean, if they are outright offensive where you just know they're being nasty, horrible people, you think, oh, I've had that at times where people are just offensive and you think, oh, fuck off, man, get out of here. You know. Oh, I just can't believe the way people can be these days. But yep, blocked a lot of people. Blocked lots of them. So I'm just careful when I'm on Dabble now. I'm pretty fucking careful who I speak to. I'm just amazed that I've got my Wi-Fi network. My lovely little Vodafone pocket Wi-Fi modem and my Wi-Fi network. Very amazed. Very, very amazed. It is a SIM-only plan. It's not a, you know, it's a plan that's designed for a tablet or an iPad. You've got to take your own iPad to get this Vodafone plan. And with that, you can then connect your network to anything else that you've got. Thing is, I only have my phone with me and I do need to buy a new iPad. But if I'd taken an iPad in, they would have easily done that plan. And then I would still use my phone with Wi-Fi. But I got a SIM-only plan, which means you got to buy the SIM card, and you know you got to pay for the modem, and they put you on a SIM card contract, so you're paying for the SIM card pretty much, and that's alright. I don't have a problem with that. So long as I get a good internet deal, I don't give a fuck up either at all. I don't give a shit. I just have to make sure that within 2 weeks I've got money there for the direct debit to be moved across. It's just easier than having to go and pay the bill yourself. It would have been easier if I'd been able to pay it myself. I would have just paid it on the 11th of each month, and you get 2 weeks to pay it. So they just direct debit it at the end of 2 weeks. So in the next, before the next cycle starts, which is basically every 4 weeks, you get a bill on the 11th. Then 2 weeks later the money gets taken out because that's the due date of the bill. I would have just paid it on the 11th, and that would have been it until the 11th of next month. So you pay it on the 11th, and then they have the money early. They have it 2 weeks before the due date, and then on the due date the bill is there. They just take the money that I've transferred to Vodafone. But I like their direct debit. They'll just do it themselves. They'll just take it across on their own, which is a good thing, you know. So there you go. So yeah, my Vodafone network works really well for me. I just turn it off if I know I'm going out, and when I come home I turn it back on again. That is how easy it is. I don't have to fuck ass around and keep changing the settings. I would like to work out how to log into that so I can change the password to something that I remember. That'll be really hard to hack, because that little password that they've put on the modem is so easy to break into. So fucking easy. But oh well. I'm not going to worry about it. I was going to change it to my network or this or that or the other, but I'm not going to bother changing the settings. And I'll just take my modem back to Vodafone and see if they can update it themselves, and then I don't have to worry about it. I think they reckon it's easier just to come back into Vodafone because they can fix everything for me and then it's done. Which is fair enough. So that bacon's in the freezer, I can use it next time, which is good. I'm a little bit pissed off that I've got all those vegetables that I could be turning into like a chicken stir fry, but I clearly can't get that now because, well, I have to go to the shops to buy it. They didn't put it in my order. Sucks, really. Really sucks. It just means if I go to the shops I can't ask for a pack of chicken because they'll say, oh, there's none available today. Really gets me when they do that. I'm going to wait till Thursday or Wednesday and then send Friday's order onto like next week. And then just re-add some stuff into that order that I really want. Anyway, that's what I think I might do. I'm fairly pissed off actually because I really want to do cooking tonight. You know, it's not hard to make sweet and sour chicken. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. You've got to coat the chicken in the flour after you cut it up. You have to be careful that you don't cut yourself. You've got to try not to get flour everywhere. I know all of that. I know. And it is a pain in the ass. I know that. But serious to God, man, you know, it's not hard to do. And you don't have to use flour, but flour makes it more crispy, more crunchy, like more... It thickens the sauce better than it would without flour. It makes the sauce more viscous rather than watery. It's viscous, so it's more of a thickening, pasty type of texture rather than just a watery texture when you eat it. It's just better. It is just heaps better. Someone keeps putting their music up loud all the fucking time. They do that during the day, put the music up really loud so everyone has to hear it. And you just think, for fuck's sake, man, don't have to put your music up that loud. Far out. You don't have to do that. I'm pissed off because I don't want to go to the shops. I'm not happy. Why the fuck? Oh, I can't walk to the shops, it's raining. Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. Ow. It's fucking raining. Might have to get a bloody taxi, and I don't want to get a taxi, do I? Oh, fuck. I do not want to get a taxi. I really don't. Oh, that pisses me off. It really... Ugh. I might have to buy chicken from the deli. Or I could just go to the butcher and get chicken, but then that's dear too. But then I want sausages too. I could do sausages and mashed potatoes. Yum. Yum. There's another butcher at Greenslopes that apparently sells food too. Sells everything. Well, fuck knows what I'll be doing for the rest of the day now, well, because I need something to cook tonight for dinner. And it's bloody Saturday. Fuck my... Oh, damn. Could just buy mince and do, well, no, if I buy mince and chicken, I can do spaghetti bog and I can do, chicken stir fry. Oh, that'll be yum. Yum. I don't think I've even got broccoli, and I love broccoli. I love it. Oh, damn. Absolutely love it. And they didn't even have Coles shredded stir fry either. Just getting sick of Coles online. I'm getting really sick of them. Getting so sick of them. They don't get me anything I fucking want from online shopping. They get me most things and that's it. As much as I like online shopping, sometimes you've got to go to the store anyway. Stupid fucking bastards. God. I like how it's cold today, but it isn't too cold, which is great. Oh, the weather is pissing me off. I'd love to be going to get something for dinner from the shops. I like stir fry. I do. I like it so much. Damn. And then I could just do sliced onion and all of this other shit. Actually, what you can do is you cut the chicken up into little bits and you grate up all the veggies into like little shreds, like just little, so that way the chicken and the veggies cook at about the same time. Still have to make sure that the meat is cooked really well so you don't get sick from it, but it'll cook at about the same time. So by the time the chicken's really well cooked, the veggies are well cooked as well. So that way I can just cook it all together and then throw in my stir fry sauce near the end, and then throw in some Singapore noodles and heat them through too, which I'll put those in the fridge because yeah, I reckon those Singapore noodles would be lovely in a stir fry. Absolutely beautiful in stir fry. You got to have it in a that electrical fry pan skillet that I've got in the cupboard. You've got to put it all in there and fry it up, and then throw your noodles in near the end and heat them all up really good without breaking the noodles. I wonder how I'd go with that. But I could do a good job. I could just see how I go. And the good news is they're already soaked, so they're prepared, and you just throw them into the food and heat them in. You don't have to prepare them, they're already done. They're not those wet noodles that have been made up and then packaged. So you don't cook them, you just throw them into the food and you heat them up in the food. You don't have to start from scratch and soak them in boiling water and make them soft. You just put them in. Or you can buy vermicelli rice noodles and crush them up into tiny bits and throw them into the food while they're crispy without soaking them. That's real good too. Or if you do honey chicken and you throw a little bit of crispy noodles in with the honey chicken, oh yum, that's nice. That's beautiful. Yum. But anyway, that's my bit of a chit chat for you. I'm going to put this stuff in the sink and then I'm going to get going. I will. Get off of here and then I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I do not have a clue. Now that the fucking weather's gone bad.
Speech on. Stop. Pause. Stop. Stop.
So yeah, I'll do another recording later.